What's going on YouTube? How is everybody today? That is really good to hear. Today we're going to talk about Russian Circle's first full-length album. They had an EP out before this. It was released in 2006 on Flameshovel Records. Russian Circles is a power trio from Chicago. They play post-rock or post-metal or instru-metal. This album is 6 songs spread over a good 44 minutes, and it's a pretty typical, you know, instrumental kind of album. It has elements of like Pelican and Mogwai in it. You know, it sounds kind of like mono at some points. You know, they're not really doing anything different here. They're not really like progressing the genre at all, but it's fairly okay. Like, I don't know, I wasn't too blown away with this album, but there is a lot of people online who are kind of, you know, singing its praises and stuff. And I don't know, if you're a fan of like this kind of post-metal, instrumental kind of shit, you might really dig it. Like, there are a lot of like complexities on here. What I kind of like about this album was like the last half. The last half was the half I enjoyed the most because it had the most kind of, you know, melodic, softer stuff. It wasn't all concentrating on like, you know, having loud, quiet dynamic, the hard, soft kind of shit going on. It just focused more on just doing like melodic stuff that just kind of built into like almost loud, chugging metal kind of shit, you know? It had a lot more intricacies to it, I guess. Yeah, it's instrumental, but there's not a lot of like math rock to it or anything. Like, there's a little bit of intricate guitar work and, you know, the driving drums, and like, I don't know, the bass is kind of cool to listen to because it's, even during like the quiet parts, it still have a lot of bass to it. Not one instrument or band member kind of tried to like was fighting for a position or anything like that. No one was trying to, you know, show off or steal the scene. They do work well together, but it's only their first album. They had another album out called Station that I liked a little bit more than this, but you know, it still has crescendos and dynamics, you know, it's got a little bit of feedback and stuff. Each song kind of has this little bit of feedback and softness and then blends into the next song, so the album does have kind of a nice little flow to it. But yeah, like, there's a little bit of like rhythmic complexity to it, I guess, but yeah, it didn't really leave much of a mark on me. There's not really a lot to talk about on this album. Like, it's all instrumental. It's not much even in the way of artwork either. It's just some like weird ink blots, swirls. I don't know what it's all that's all about. It's got websites and the band members, but yeah, like I said, it's not redefining the genre or anything like that. It's not really helping progressing it at all, but I don't know. A lot of people are saying, like, a lot of people say this sounds like Pelican and they couldn't be further from the truth, but it's, you know, it has a lot of Pelican to it, a lot of like, you know, softer, more melodic kind of Mogwai parts to it, but I don't know. These guys formed in 2004, so they're still a relatively new band. I heard that they might be really good to go see live though, and I can kind of hear like a really good live band on this album. Like I said, there's kind of like a lot of complexities on it, but it's still, I don't hear a lot of confidence in their playing, like confidence of being like an original band, or trying to get some like, you know, unique ideas going on in here. They're just trying to, I don't know, utilize maybe some other bands' like ideas and just try to put a little bit of their own spin on it without being 100% unique. But, you know, it's getting there, but it's just, you know, some post-metal. It has some fans, probably really good live. It's not a bad album though. I'm not saying anything was played bad on here. I can't really complain. Like, the drumming was really good. A lot of people like to bitch about the drummer from Pelican, and no one's really bitching about the drummer on this band. Yeah, it's a band, it's a CD to, like, you know, a lot of contrast and all that shit. Post-metal. Russian Circles, 2006 debut, first full-length album. Not debut album though, first full-length. Released on Flameshovel. Check it out.